How's it going, everybody? Just wanted to do a somewhat of a quick video on a new firearm I just purchased. Happened to go to my local gun shop and looked in their used case and happened to see this 22 Luger here, and I started talking to the guys about it, and apparently they're not the easiest to find. They say it seems like people usually keep them, and they don't pop up that often for sale. So I just had to have it. After looking at it and the feel of the gun and just everything, I thought it would be a really fun gun to have. So I went ahead and put it on layaway and eventually picked it up. But it is a Stoeger, made by Stoeger. Of course they don't make them anymore. Luger 22 caliber. Lucky that it came with the original box and everything, so I was happy with that. Came with the charger basically for the magazine. It has different settings for either to load 10 rounds or 5 rounds, I believe is the other one. So you can just basically basically pull the spring down or the tension down, and then all you got to do is drop the rounds in the magazine, and it's a lot easier to load and also better on your fingers too, like your thumb, when you're trying to pull that down on the mag. When you're trying to pull this little tab down, of course over time your thumb will start to hurt. So it is nice that it does have that. Magazines are 10 shot capacity. Very difficult to find. They're around 40 something bucks if you can find them normally from like Numrich. Gun is safety checked. I was able to shoot it finally, well, a few days ago actually. And it really was a fun gun to shoot. For accuracy was very good. Of course wasn't really doing much for accuracy testing, but it seemed to be a very accurate gun, and trigger pull was just absolutely amazing. Probably way better than my Ruger Mark III 2245. Real light trigger and very little creep. Did come with the parts list. It basically has all the parts and everything like that, and it actually has them numbered in case if you basically at the time needed to replace any parts. I'll tell you the number, and as you can see the pricing, look at the frame right there on the top. It only cost $19, and the barrel underneath that was only $11.80. Nowadays if you can find those parts, it's going to be a lot more. I did have the little paper too that shows you about the magazine charger, you know, how to use it and stuff, or yeah, which is pretty self-explanatory. So, then of course I had the guaranteed card basically. I believe the other portion I could see where it was perforated, and it was ripped, you know, of course torn off, probably to send into the company at the time. But it does have the information of the buyer and everything basically. Basically the gun, model, Luger, and all that stuff like that. And look at the date. It says the date of purchase was 4/24/71. So at least it kind of gives you an idea when, you know, how old this gun is. I believe they made them from 69 to around 80 something. I'm not sure. I know they stopped, I believe, somewhere in the 80s, and they quit production after that. So basically I'm just going to go ahead and do a little rundown of the gun, just show you up close, and it is, I believe, in excellent condition except for a little tiny wear. Not that part right there, just kind of shining, but it's kind of up front here. I mean, it's really hard to see, but just a few little nicks right there, and other than that this gun is in excellent shape in my opinion. So magazine release is right here on the left side. It does not drop free, so you got to push and hold it in, and with your other hand pull it out. Probably just the same way like a real Luger if you had one in 9mm. Like I said, the grip is just like amazing. If you love your 1911s and love the way they feel like I do, I believe this is a much better feel than a 1911 in my opinion. It just feels so natural. It just feels like you can just shoot it one hand, shooting bullseyes all day long. The way it feels. I mean, it's just so natural and just points so naturally in my opinion. Does have your safety here. on the left side also, safe, and then fire. And it's only on the one side. And then of course your toggles are, it operates just like somewhat like a real Luger. So, but anyways, your sights are fixed, non-adjustable. So it's basically straightforward, you know. Of course, you're just standard ramp up here. And I mean, that's really about it. There's really not much else to say about it. I don't know if I said it or not, but the grips, they're like more like they're checkered on this particular gun, and I believe they're like a plastic. I don't know if it's like a big light type material, but you know, they look really, really nice and elegant on this gun. And now I'll just go ahead and do a close-up shot, and then I guess that's probably going to be about it. Like I said, not really a whole lot to say on it. So close up. Says Luger right there. As you can see, I mean, the finish is really, really excellent. Oh, I did forget to mention that I guess the older models, like such as this one, I guess they were aluminum framed, and I guess the newer ones were steel, which I thought it was kind of strange that you would think a gun that's older would be, you know, the better material, steel, and you would think later down the road they would cheap out and then use aluminum. But in this case it was the opposite, so I thought it was kind of strange. But not a huge deal. As you can see, the finish is just, I mean, amazing. No holster wear or no nothing. Trying to cover up the number there. Made in USA by Stoeger Arms Corporation. The magazine release, like I said, it's kind of difficult to get to. It's not really protruding that much, so it's not really extended or nothing. I don't get what these eagles are for, I guess, but if anybody knows, please chime in. Like I said, I didn't really even know much about this gun when I bought it. I just seen it, thought it was sweet, and had to pick it up. But that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, I'll try to answer them the best I can. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.